Welcome to Module 4 on the daily use and care of solar water pumping system. By the end of Module 3, Appio had made her decision and purchased a solar irrigation system. Now begins a new stage of her journey. This module explores what happens after installation, from the first day of operation to the daily habits that help keep the system performing well for years to come. The most important message in this module is simple. A well-installed solar pump takes only a few minutes a day to manage. Most problems can be prevented with simple checks, and issues identified early are usually easier and less costly to fix. A little attention today can help protect your investment for years to come. To see what this looks like in practice, let's return to Appio's farm. Her new 2-horsepower solar irrigation system is about to be commissioned. The technician spent the morning laying pipes, lowering the pump into the borehole, and connecting the controller. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the installation was complete, and the technician switched on the system for the first time. Water flowed into the storage tank for the first time. Before leaving, the technician measured the actual flow rate, recorded it on the commissioning sheet, and handed a copy to Appio. The installation was complete, and then he left. The system seemed to be working normally, but one signal on the controller caught Appio's attention. She did not recognize it, so she called Joseph. When Joseph arrived, he smiled and asked her to check the commissioning sheet the installer had left behind. Appio found the explanation she was looking for and let out a sigh of relief. Satisfied that the system was working normally, Appio turned to Joseph. "What do I do every morning?" Joseph smiled and said, "Check the controller signal first. If it shows normal operation, open the irrigation valve and continue with your day. The system will take care of the rest." Within a few days, the routine felt familiar for Appio, and managing the system took her only about 2 minutes each morning. Before we understand that routine, it is important to know what a correct installation looks like. On installation day, your responsible dealer will lower the pump into the borehole and connect the controller in a shaded, ventilated location away from rain and irrigation spray. Install the panels at the correct tilt angle, roughly equal to your latitude, facing south, with no shade between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Run cables of the correct size with proper earthing and a lightning arrestor. Commission the system by measuring actual water output at your depth and writing it on a commissioning sheet you keep. Walk you through your specific controller signals, including what normal looks like, what each warning code means, and whom to call. Remember to insist on a commissioning sheet and a walkthrough of the controller signals guide. These 2 documents are your protection for the next 10 years. Before the technician leaves, check 6 important things if the panels face south at the correct angle, the controller is protected from rain, proper earthing is connected, the pump is fully submerged in water, the storage tank is sealed correctly, and the cables are the right size for the pump load. Walk around with the technician and confirm all 6 points before installation is completed. Once the system has been installed, the daily operation is straightforward. In fact, a simple 2-minute check each morning can help you spot problems early and keep the system running reliably. Let's see what that 2-minute morning routine looks like. First, walk to the controller. Next, check the signal. Green means everything is working normally. Then, open the valve and let the water flow. If you see anything unusual on the controller, do not open the valve. contact the technician the same day. Along with the daily routine, once a week during the dry season, wipe the panels with a damp cloth, which takes 5 minutes. Once a month, walk the pipe route and check joints and look for any new shade growing over the panels. Once a year, before the dry season begins, call your technician for a full system check, which is the most important maintenance window of the year. This must happen before problems appear, not after. Moving ahead, let's see the 5 things you must never do with the system. Never run the pump when the borehole is dry. Never ignore controller warnings. Never open the controller box. Never allow shade over the solar panels. And never switch the system on and off repeatedly. Also, remember the 2 safety rules that cannot be broken with electricity and water. Never work on any cable, connection, or the controller box in rain or standing water. Never open the controller box. Call a qualified technician for any electrical issue. And the general safety precautions around the system. Always keep children away from the controller, cables, and borehole head area. Always tell your technician immediately if you notice a burning smell or see sparks. Switch off first. Next, let's see what controller signals generally mean. Different brands show signals differently. Therefore, remember to get the specific guide from your dealer at handover. A green signal indicates that everything is normal and the system is working properly. An amber signal indicates that the system needs attention, so note the signal and contact the technician the same day. A red signal indicates that a fault has stopped the system. Do not operate it and call the technician immediately. Always ask your dealer to explain your controller signals during handover. You should also know when to call the technician. Call the same day if you notice any of the following. The pump is not running on a clear sunny day when the panels are clean. Output has been noticeably lower than usual for more than 2 consecutive sunny days. The controller is showing a signal you have not seen before. There is an unusual noise from the borehole area, or there is a burning smell from the controller or any cable. When you call, have 4 pieces of information ready. The exact controller signal or code, when you first noticed the change, what the weather has been like over the past few days, and when you last cleaned the panels. A technician with this information can usually fix most problems in a single visit. Now, take a moment to reflect on what you have learned. Consider the following questions and think about how it applies to your own farming situation. Take your time. You've got this. Appio's system is installed and running. Her next question is, Joseph earns more than I do from the same size farm, roughly the same pump, in the same village. What is he actually doing differently? In Module 5, we look directly at that question. The answer is not a bigger pump. Join us on this journey to learn, share, collaborate, and empower. Because knowledge powers the sun, and the sun powers our future.